Shalom, Israel. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me again. Um, if you've heard my previous studies, I offered a lot. I presented some unusual aspects, but right now we're going to try to back them up with definitions. So let's go. Let's start in the beginning. We're going to prove that there's something that should be learned, something that should be known. There's something that is prophesied in the beginning. Okay. So, Isaiah 40:21. Have ye not known? Have ye not heard? Hath it not been told to you from the beginning? Have ye not understood from the foundations of the earth? That's the question. That's a question. Let's find out the foundations of the earth. Of old hast thou laid the foundation of the earth, and the heavens are the work of thy hands. Proverbs 8:23. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was. Okay, so keep those precepts in mind. And we have Isaiah 41:26. Who hath declared from the beginning, that we may know, and before time, that we may say, He is righteous. Yeah, there is none that showeth. Yeah, there is none that declareth. Yeah, there is none that heareth your words. Isaiah 41:4. Who hath wrought and done it, calling the generations from the beginning. I, the Lord, the first and with the last, I am He. Isaiah 40:21. Have ye not known? Have ye not heard? Hath it not been told you from the beginning? Have ye not understood from the foundations of the earth? Okay, let's go to our Genesis 1:27. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he them. Male and female created he them. In the beginning God created the heaven and the earth. Let's find out what the heaven and the earth is. Okay, Genesis chapter 1, verse 7, right here. And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. Verse 8. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. So we see that heaven is the firmament. And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. Let's find out what the waters are. Let's find out what the waters are. Better yet. Okay. Go find it in another. Let's get out of Genesis and find it. Waters with an S. Okay. And this is important because when you see the word waters, it's specifically speaking about people. Okay. Let's see Deuteronomy 32:51. Because ye trespassed against me among the children of Israel at the waters of Marib, Mariba Kadesh in the wilderness of Zin, because ye sanctified me not in the midst of the children of Israel. Um, Joshua. And it shall come to pass as soon as the soles of the feet of the priests that bear the ark of the Lord of all the earth, shall rest in the waters of Jordan, that the waters of Jordan shall be cut off from the waters that come down from above, and they shall stand upon an heap. 16, Joshua 3:16. That the waters which came down from above stood and rose up upon an heap, very far from the city Adam, that is beside Zaraton, and those that come down toward the sea of the plain, even the salt sea, failed and were cut off, and the people passed over right against Jericho. Okay, let's find another witness outside of Joshua. Um, let's go to Samuel. Okay, and David came to Baal Perazim, and David smote them there, and said, The Lord hath broken, and said, The Lord hath broken forth upon mine enemies before me, as the breach of waters. Therefore he called the name of that place Baal Perazim, Baal Perazim. Samuel 12:27. And Job sent messengers to David and said, I fought against Rabbah and have taken the city of waters. 22:12. What is it? 22:12 Samuel. And he made darkness pavilions round about him, dark waters and thick clouds of the skies. When you hear water, it's talking about waters. It's talking about people. Let's go into Kings. Kings 2:22. So the waters were healed until this day, according to the saying of Elisha, which he spake. Kings 18:31. Hearken not, Hezekiah, for thus saith the king of Assyria, make an agreement with me by a present, and come out to me, and then eat ye every man of his own vine, and every one of his fig tree, and drink ye every one the waters of his cistern. Kings, 2 Kings 19:24. And everything that I read just now out of Kings is in 2 Kings 19:24. I'm just pulling random accounts where waters are pertaining to people allegorically. I have digged and drunk strange waters, and with the sole of my feet have I dried up all the rivers of besieged places. These just randoms. I'm just pulling them. Let's go to Job 22:11. Or darkness that thou canst not see, and abundance of waters cover thee. Let's go. Job 24:19. Drought and heat consume the snow waters. So, so doth the grave those which have sinned. That was pretty. That was pretty neutral. Drought and heat consume the snow waters. So doth the grave those which have sinned. Let's go into later ones. Let's go into the Psalms. Go at 42:7 out of Psalms. Deep calleth unto deep at the noise of thy water spouts. All thy waves and thy billows are gone over me. While we here in that word deep, deep calleth unto deep. We're going to find that word deep. That's important too. That deep is pertaining to wicked or unrighteous. So that's a good account of that word deep as it speaks allegorically. Deep calleth unto deep at the noise of thy water spout. All the waves in thy billows are gone over me. Okay. Psalms 46:3. Though the waters there, though the waters thereof roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with the swelling thereof. Selah. Okay. Psalm 77:16. The waters saw thee, O God. The waters saw thee. They were afraid. The depths also, the depths also were troubled. So right here is the perfect account of that word deep, and we have that word waters. The waters saw thee, O God. The waters saw thee. So the people saw thee. The people saw thee. They were afraid. The depths also were troubled. Even the wicked ones, the sinners, they were scared. Okay, so that was a perfect one. I think that was enough to prove even deep, the word deep. So let's go back to Genesis 1 and continue. So we found out what heaven is. We found out what deep is. We found out what should we should be looking for something from the beginning. That's in the beginning, right here in this book, the beginning. Things are being revealed, prophecies that will explain the whole entirety of it all. Everything you go and deal with throughout the books is here in Genesis. Okay, so we have definitions for the beginning. We have um, what heaven is. Heaven is the firmament. Let's find out what earth is. Okay, so Genesis chapter 1, verse 9. And God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so. Verse 10. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. And God saw that it was good. Okay, so we have more definitions right here. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. So we have a word for sea. When waters gather together, they are called the sea. And God saw that it was good. So our definition right here for earth is dry land. So now we have to find out as an allegory.